Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown entered the league as two young prospects full of talent and potential, but no one knew how high their ceiling would be. Sure, they were high draft picks, but Brown was seen as a raw player that needed to develop more, while many were shocked that the Celtics had traded down to get Tatum. Then over the years, they were doubted at every step, with many even saying that the duo had to be separated.
It's time for this duo to be broken apart
if the Celtics wanted to win a championship.
You think it's time to blow up the Jays. Why?
So how exactly did the two Jays silence their doubters and become the best duo in the NBA? In 2016, the Boston Celtics selected Jaylen Brown as the third overall pick in the NBA draft. Coming out of the University of California, Brown was recognized for his athleticism and defensive potential, though there were questions about his offensive capabilities. During his rookie season, he averaged 6.6 points and 2.8 rebounds per game, primarily coming off the bench. Despite the limited minutes though, Brown showcased glimpses of his elite athleticism and versatility. By his second season, he had earned a starting role, significantly improving his offensive output to 14.5 points per game and playing a pivotal role in Boston's playoff journey. The following year, in 2017, the Celtics held the third overall pick again, and this time selected Jayson Tatum from Duke University. Tatum entered the league with a polished offensive game, immediately making an impact. In his rookie season, he averaged 13.9 points and 5 rebounds per game. His performance really peaked during the playoffs, where he stepped up in the absence of Kyrie Irving, who was injured. Tatum averaged 18.5 points per game across 19 playoff matches, including a memorable dunk over LeBron James in Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals.
Drives down and throws it down! Jayson Tatum has electrified the crowd!
The 2017-2018 season marked the first time that Brown and Tatum played together, and their synergy, well, it was obvious from the get-go. Despite injuries to key players like Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward, the young duo led the Celtics to an impressive playoff run, reaching Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Their performances during this period solidified their status as the future cornerstones of the franchise, showing maturity and resilience way beyond their years. Those early years were foundational for Brown and Tatum. It was a reminder that they can transition from promising prospects to really the cornerstone of the Celtics lineup. It set the stage for their continued development into NBA superstars. In the summer of 2019, the Boston Celtics found themselves at a crossroad. Their star players in Kyrie Irving and Al Horford had left, leaving behind a young team with big shoes to fill. Suddenly, Tatum and Brown were no longer just promising talents. They were the future of the franchise. With the pressure on, Tatum and Brown stepped up. Tatum, at just 21 years old, took his game to another level. He became an all-star for the first time, averaging 23.4 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists per game. His step-back three-pointer became a deadly weapon, and he played with the confidence of a true leader. Jaylen Brown also made a huge leap. He improved his shooting, made smarter decisions, and became a more complete player, averaging 20.3 points and 6.4 rebounds per game. The duo led the Celtics to a 48-24 record, earning the 3rd seed in the Eastern Conference. Then came the NBA bubble, an isolated environment where the playoffs were played due to COVID. Boston battled their way to the Eastern Conference Finals, but fell short against the Miami Heat, losing in 6 games. The next season was even tougher. The Celtics struggled with injuries and inconsistency, finishing with a 36-36 record. It was a step back, but Tatum and Brown, well, they continued to shine. Tatum was now a superstar, averaging just over 26 points per game. In the playoffs, he put together a show against the Brooklyn Nets, scoring a jaw-dropping 50 points to avoid a sweep. Brown also had a breakout year, earning his first All-Star selection while averaging 24.7 points and 6 rebounds per game. But just as he was reaching new heights, a wrist injury ended his season early, leaving Tatum to have to carry the load. Though the Celtics were eliminated in the first round, those 2 seasons were crucial in shaping Tatum and Brown's career. They had gone from talented young players to the heart and soul of the team. Through ups and downs, they learned what it meant to be leaders. And as the years went on, they only got better. By 2021, Tatum and Brown had already proven that they were the future of the Boston Celtics, but they were now proving that they were the future of the league. Over the next 2 seasons, they took their games to another level, leading the team through incredible highs. But to get to those incredible heights, they had to go through some setbacks. In the 2021-2022 season, the Celtics were struggling. By early January, they had a losing record, and things weren't looking good. But under new head coach Ime Udoka, everything changed. The team went on an incredible run, finishing the season with 51 wins and the 2nd best record in the Eastern Conference. Tatum and Brown, well, they were at the heart of it all. Tatum averaged 26.9 points, 8 rebounds, and 4.4 assists per game. He played so well that he was named to the All-NBA first team for the first time in his career. Jaylen Brown also stepped up with 23.6 points, 6.1 rebounds, and 3.5 assists per game, showing just how much he had improved from the guy that we saw in 2016. Then came the playoffs, where Boston showed just how tough they had become. In the first round, they shocked the league by sweeping Kevin Durant and the Brooklyn Nets. In the second round, they battled the defending champions Milwaukee Bucks in a hard-fought 7-game series and came out on top, with Jayson Tatum outplaying Giannis on the biggest stage. Then in the conference finals, in another Game 7 showdown, they took down the Miami Heat and made it to the NBA Finals for the first time since 2010. In the finals, they faced the mighty Golden State Warriors. Boston started strong, taking a 2-1 lead in the series, but the Warriors responded, winning 3 straight games to take home the championship. Tatum struggled with his shooting, averaging 21.5 points per game, but hitting just 36.7% of his shots. The season ended in heartbreak, but the Celtics proved that they were back among the league's best teams. But just as they felt they were on the right path, the offseason brought chaos. Ime Udoka was suspended for the entire season due to team rule violations. Assistant coach Joe Mazzulla was suddenly put in charge. Despite the drama though, the Celtics, well, they didn't slow down. They finished the season with a 57-25 record, their best since 2009, and once again earned the second seed in the East. Tatum and Brown had their best seasons yet. Tatum became an MVP candidate, averaging 30.1 points, 8.8 rebounds, and 4.6 assists per game. He also set a franchise record for the most 50-point games in a season. Jaylen Brown averaged 26.6 points, 6.9 rebounds, and 3.5 assists, earning All-NBA honors for the first time. Once again, the Celtics fought their way through the playoffs. In the first round, they beat the Atlanta Hawks in 6 games. In the second round, they took down the Philadelphia 76ers in a grueling 7-game battle. In the conference finals, they faced the Miami Heat again. After falling behind 3-0 in the series, the Celtics made a historic comeback, forcing a Game 7, but came up just short. Boston's season ended 1 game away from another finals trip. It was at this point that the criticism began. People were now doubting whether Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum were good enough as a duo to actually bring a championship back to Boston. The regular season stats looked nice, but Boston had just lost to a team that was the 8th seed. Many thought that the duo would learn their lesson from the loss from 2022, but it seemed like the Celtics had taken a step backward. Well, thankfully, the team didn't lose faith in the two Jays, and in 2024, well, that was the year everything clicked. The Celtics were unstoppable in the regular season, finishing with the best record in the NBA at 64 wins and 18 losses. Tatum once again led the way, averaging 26.9 points, 8.1 rebounds, and 4.9 assists per game, while Brown added 23 points, 5.5 rebounds, and 3.6 assists per game. They played with confidence, chemistry, and a hunger for something bigger. Then came the playoffs, and the two Jays, well, they were on a mission. They powered through the competition and reached the NBA Finals, where they faced Luka Doncic and the Dallas Mavericks. The series, though, wasn't even close. In Game 5, Tatum and Brown combined for 52 points, leading the Celtics to a 4-1 series victory. With that win, the Celtics claimed their 18th NBA title, passing the Lakers for the most championships in league history. Boston was on top of the basketball world again. And to cap it all off, Jaylen Brown was named the NBA Finals MVP, proving his dominance on both ends of the floor. Any doubts about the two duos was now silenced. Well, fast forward to the 2025 season, and despite being fresh off their championship, the Celtics aren't satisfied. They want more. Boston has now locked in their future by signing both Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum to massive contract extensions. As the season has gone by, Boston has stayed at the top, with both Jays playing unbelievable. Tatum had a historic triple-double against the Chicago Bulls, putting up 43 points, 16 rebounds, and 10 assists. Then Jaylen Brown showed just how good he is on both ends of the court in a wonderful performance against the Lakers. The Celtics are on a mission to win back-to-back titles, something they haven't done in over 50 years. And with Tatum and Brown leading the way, anything is possible. To see just how good the rest of the team is around this duo, you gotta check out this video right here.